And as always, I've got the door, the eyebrow, and the paw in binaural. Okay guys, I'm back. I've dyed my hair, and I'm back. I hope you all had a great weekend. I actually had a really nice one. Me and Travis Lassons, it was very nice. Cheers. I do love that. Right, what I wanted to talk about, guys, while I eat my double cheeseburger, which I'm going to attempt to bite into, which I don't know if I can because it's very thick. Was my favourite albums from my favourite artists. I'm going to try and think of as many as I can using the alphabetical order system or technique. My first one I'm going to think of is ABBA, because I don't think I've spoken much about ABBA. I grew up with ABBA because my dad and mum both loved ABBA. ABBA, ABBA. They're called ABBA because of their names. They took the first, letters from their first names and they created ABBA. What, you want me to tell you the names? It's Anna Fried, Benny, Bjorn, and Agnetha. Yeah, ABBA. So I'm going to try and think of my very favourite ABBA album. In 1977, ABBA made a movie called simply ABBA the Movie, and the album that went with it, called ABBA the Album, was absolutely brilliant. They'd previously made Arrival, which I did really like, but the album for me was absolutely fantastic. You have a song on it which, Eagle, which is the song that opens the album, is brilliant. But you had other songs like Take a Chance on Me, and my absolute favourite track from it is called A Hole in Your Soul. Which I loved. You also had like this, it's like a mini opera, I think, in it, where you have like Marinette and all these brilliant songs as well. Great album, I absolutely love that one. Next one is, of course, AC/DC. I'm trying to remember. My favourite AC/DC album is It's very close. Coming in a very close second is Highway to Hell, which I absolutely love. But they came back after that album, after losing their lead singer, the great Bon Scott. They replaced him with Brian Johnson and come back with an album called Back in Black. And it's absolutely brilliant, and it is my favourite. I absolutely love that album, it's brilliant. Now we'll do the Beatles. Now the Beatles have made so many great albums, but my favourite is Abbey Road. Abbey Road is my absolute favourite. I think it's because at the second sort of half is all sort of conceptual and it sort of flows in from one to another, and the end, you know, is absolutely brilliant, where they're all play a guitar solo each, which is great. So that, I mean, it was technically the last one. I know Let It Be came out after, but apparently Abbey Road was recorded after Let It Be, but released before. But yeah, so that's their last album, and absolutely amazing. Another guy I don't really speak much about is the brilliant Chris Rea. Really, really good artist. No longer with us, unfortunately. But I think it was 1986, Chris produced an album and released an album called On the Beach. And it opens up with this. This isn't from it, by the way, so I'm not going to get in any trouble. But it opens up with the waves coming in from the beach. Beautiful production, sounds amazing, and the whole album is like, it is so relaxing, absolutely brilliant. In fact, one night it was me, my girlfriend at the time, and our friends all went to the beach and built a campfire, like a fire on there, and brought a portable, boombox, and put On the Beach on, and was just sitting there drinking beer and talking, and it was absolutely amazing. It's a really great album. So yeah, Chris Rea's On the Beach. My next one is Duran Duran. Now, when I went to school back in the day, boys weren't allowed to like Duran Duran. They were a girls' band. You had to like Madness and Bad Manners and Sham 69 and the Stranglers, and the Police was alright, but you weren't allowed to listen to Duran Duran and Spandau Ballet and all these bands, because you get bullied for it. But it clearly wasn't the case but that clearly wasn't the case, that they was only for girls. They were brilliant. And my absolute favourite album of theirs is Rio. Rio has got, it's an iconic album cover, brilliant album cover, and an absolute masterpiece of an album. I absolutely love that album even now, and they're still going now and still sound great and are still making really good music. I've just thought of another one beginning with D. Dire Straits. Oh, brilliant. I heard them back in 1978. When they released a brilliant single called The Sultans of Swing. Mark Knopfler, great songwriter, great guitarist, and the thing is, their albums for me just got better and better. It's very difficult for me to choose my favourite one, because they made one in 1982 called Love Over Gold, and it's a masterpiece, it really is. So that comes a very, very close second. It used to be my favourite at one time, but I recently listened to my favourite, which is Brothers in Arms from 1985, and that is incredible. It's one of the first albums, if not the first, to be recorded completely digitally. You know, you got the disc on CD, and it said DDD, so it's digitally recorded, digitally mixed, digitally mixed, and digitally mastered, and it's so good, the whole thing. So, Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. Fantastic. It's got the great Money for Nothing on it with Sting. You know, and his guitar, the tone he has on that song is incredible. The next one is the Eagles. Oh, actually, they're not called the Eagles. They're just called Eagles. Let's get that right. Again, Eagles made really good albums, but in 1976 they made Hotel California, and that is my favourite. You know, such a brilliant album, really, really good. You've got the song Hotel California on it, Life in the Fast Lane, New Kid in Town, you know, it's another classic album. Eminem. Oh, and it's so difficult because I love the first, second and third album. The fourth, which was the Eminem show in 2002, was brilliant as well. So I don't know. It's very difficult because his later albums, his more recent ones, have come so far from the earlier ones that everything he does is amazing. So I'm really not sure about that, but I do love the Eminem show. But I don't know. That one I'm a bit stumped on because I love them all, you know. I can put them on and just listen. Even though there are some I haven't heard, guys, please let me know. Any Eminem fans out there? I haven't listened to Relapse. I didn't listen to that. Or Recovery. I haven't heard those two. I don't know why they passed me by, but they did. But Kamikaze, both the Music to Be Murdered By albums and the Death of Slim Shady are all fantastic. Alright guys, I'm gonna eat this now. But I'd love to continue this. So, if you'd like me to continue it and carry on, who could I be next? If it's as Eminem, I don't know. Can't think of E, F, G, H, I, J, Japan. Talk about Japan. Kate Bush in K, L. I don't know, I might have to look them up. You know, tell me some in the comments, guys. Let me know, okay? Just put all your favourite artists in order, and I'll pick mine from them and do like a part 2 of this sometime, okay? I hope you're all well, guys. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. It's always great to see you. I will be back because someone wanted more Resident Evil Requiem, and I haven't put an episode up in a while, so I will be definitely doing that soon. Definitely be doing that soon.